Good morning, Minecraft, and welcome back to the town that I'm building in the seed of Wolfden. My river is now frozen over, got some snow going on, and I've been making some rather sweeping changes to the world this weekend. One because recently installed the 1.1 update, so I got a new snowy biome to work with. Next, I finished this building. Um, Took some of the suggestions from Una Wild and changed out the cobblestone for what is that? Stone brick. Um, Put in wooden fences instead of the nether fences in the windows. Extended the road out a little bit. Put in some more lanterns. Planted a few trees to make things look a little nicer, and since it originally was a pine forest, I thought I'd replace some of the pine trees. Um, Here's another house that I was working on a couple weeks ago. Um, Added some more color by putting some green shrubbery around it, but that was before it snowed. Here's the fountain that I finished up. Started replanting my what is this? My tree farm, my wood farm. I like using birch in my wood farm, but now that the oak trees are dropping apples, I guess they should be called apple trees now. The regular trees that have been around since Alpha, I believe. I don't know if Alpha had trees in it. Never played that far, but here's a bridge I put over my swamp, which I've extended to a water channel so I can bring a boat through to go to the big cave that's under that mountain. And as I mentioned in my last video, I upgraded my workshop. Done some serious changes in it. Hey, unnamed Wolfie over here. Don't know what to call my other wolf. Archie's still hanging out over there by the Shakespearean cottage. And I put a sign with an automated door. I finally have a door in my workshop. And I actually put some pressure plates down so I can just walk up to it. But I've done some rather major changes here in the workshop. Um, this was the original entryway right here. This is where the hole with no door was. And I have my work tables, my furnace and my work table over here, and a couple of chests over here. I've gone and moved them. They're now over here. This is the workbench, and I put in a couple of furnaces and a nice window to look out on my farm. And it was meant to be looking out on the castle, but it now looks out on the tree farm. So I've got a chest with basic tools, some monster drops, some various items in it, and the other chest is wood products for the wood farming. The logs, the leaves, and the saplings. I put in some nether fences here and made some windows to look in down here. Still haven't removed the original wheat farm that I had started. I put it in there temporarily because I was starving at the time. Um, Here's a new bedroom. I put in some windows to look out over the water cave, a nice big bed. Didn't really furnish it very much, I just needed a place to put the bed. And I extended it out over here, and there's a little balcony landing for not quite a boat dock, I guess, just a place I could park a boat if I had to. Um, these waterfalls were not here. I actually climbed all the way up and punched a hole in the side of the cliff and put in some waterfalls and a lava fall over here. Actually, it's a couple of lava falls. So those are just some of the major changes that have gone on this weekend. Finally started doing some work around in here. I know in the beginning everybody was waiting to find out what I was going to do with this huge cave. and I still don't know what I'm going to do with it. But it's coming along. I need to probably dig quite a bit more upwards. I've been doing a lot of digging downwards. In fact, I may go down and show you guys the changes that have happened in the mine. Probably not today or this, probably not this episode. I've got a different task that I want to complete in this episode. So that's enough for the tour. Let's get on to the task at hand, the project for today. Okay, I'm back, standing in my square, and for today's project, I'm going to be working on an automated farm. I recently saw a really cool melon farm on Doc M's channel. He actually put together a tutorial, which was really cool of him. He's got some pretty amazing tutorials. Something else I haven't discussed in the past was the cattle farm that I've got going on outside. I actually put the farm together before building the castle, so if you guys saw me or watched my videos building the castle, you would have seen the fenced areas over here. I've got a sheep and chickens, which somehow managed to get in here. I don't know how that happened. And I've got cows and pigs. Were never intended to actually be in here, but somehow they got in here. I believe they jumped up over here and walked over the fence and wound up inside this area. But I've been raising quite a few cows and sheep. And it's funny, you can also actually breed chickens. So since the chickens were already in here, I started breeding a few of them. And oddly enough, it looks like they've gone away. I had twice as many chickens in here, and now it looks like they're all gone. So I think the chickens are still somehow managing to push each other through the fences or into the ground or something. They're still killing each other, which is driving me nuts. So what I was going to do is extend the road out here a little bit and build an automated melon farm as well as a pumpkin farm. I don't know how to build an automated pumpkin farm, but so I'm going to start with an automated melon farm, but I have to figure out where I'm going to put it. In an automated melon farm, all the melons are going to come to a central point on the long side, or no, not the long side, the short side of a building. And I'm going to put the melon farm inside of a house, very similar to this one or one of the others, one of the other designs. They're not really a different design, they're just different building materials. So I need to have enough space to build, and I don't think, if I do build it here, I'm going to have to put like the door or the collection point on this end. If I go ahead and build it over here, there's going to be a lot more terraforming involved. I'm going to have to cut down some trees and build up the land a little bit and maybe get rid of some of this water. So it looks like the sun's setting, and I will have to get back to you guys in a little while once I've cleared the land off and prepared to build a building. So I will go ahead and do that and get back to you guys in a bit. Okay, I've got a lot figured out, and I started construction on my automated melon farm. One of the nice things about building in a winter biome is the creation of ice. So I can bring water channels down and have all the items just zip down the icy channel, which is pretty cool. So that is a a bonus to having your town suddenly turn into a snowy biome. So if I throw stuff in there, it'll just fly down to the other end faster than I can run, which is pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have melons planted all along here, and then have like a waterfall falling down onto them, not only hydrating them but forcing the product to fall into the water channel down there. So I put signs here. Hopefully that will hydrate, or allow me to hydrate the melons. So we'll see. So I put a melon stem there. This is going to be 2 spots where the melon grows. There's another stem. And do that on the other side. Skip 2 melons, skip 2, and so on and so forth. I don't think you can trample the plowed area anymore, but I don't want to chance it and be forced to replant. And then one here and one here. Oops. So I guess it's okay to do that. Now the next thing I need to do is where each dirt block is, I need to put in a row of, or a set of pistons. And I've already got some pistons made up. So I'm going to stop here and I will get right back to you guys in a minute once I start putting in the pistons. Okay, I've got the first row of pistons set up, so now I'm going to go ahead and set up the next set of pistons and wire it all up. So I'm going to start by setting up this vertical wiring as I climb up to the place that I need to be. Oh, I need to place a block first and then a torch. And another block. Leave a torch here. And a block there. Yep, just like that. Too many. And as you can see, some melons are already coming in. I need to place the, oops, not that way. It fell down. Have to come back for it later. Actually, I should probably just get rid of the melons that are in the way. So I found that if I jump or fall on the plowed soil, then that's when it breaks. Okay, so that's all the pistons. Put in the redstone wiring. And I think there's a repeater there. Yep, repeater goes there. Yeah. Because the signal doesn't carry past this last piston to fire the final one, so I need to have a little repeater to extend the signal a little bit. And that is, well, that's not quite it. I still need to put glowstone on top of each one of these so that it lights it up. probably build some sort of staircase or ladder for it. But you can't see the pistons firing. Or can you? Yeah, you can. You can see them. And it looks like they're all firing. So that's cool. I'm going to wait until I have a... oops. I'm going to wait until I have all the melons growing, and then I'll test it one more time. And then after that, I'm just going to keep building up. And then encase it with a house. But before I go any further, I wanted to mention the style of town that I'm building. I know a lot of people are suggesting that it actually is a medieval town, but it's not. It's supposed to be a Renaissance style of town. But the issue with the Renaissance style of town is there's a lot of medieval buildings left over, like castles and stuff like that. But you'll find out that once I start building my library over there on that hill, things will start looking a little bit more modern. I'm going to be building several cathedral type buildings and more buildings like this with automated farms inside of it. Probably a sugarcane farm as well. I'm not sure about the mushroom farm. Mushroom farms are a little bit different now. I'm going to have to do some research to figure out how the things have changed for that. So there's going to be definitely going to build another house with a pumpkin farm here. This is going to be a melon farm. There's going to be eventually a sugarcane farm and a mushroom farm. And I don't know about the whole cattle farming thing. I'm probably going to try and build something like that, a machine for cattle farming, and then the different colors of sheep. And that's something I should also mention is, I just sheared all the wool off the sheep, and I don't know where I put it. Probably put it in the chest on the other side of the fountain down there. But yeah, I just recently sheared all the sheep, and it looks like their wool has grown back. So that's pretty cool. But the sun's going down, so I'm going to skip ahead, and we'll see if we've got any melons growing in yet. And I'll be right back. Hey Archie, how's it going? What do you think of the new melon house, huh? Melon hot house? Cucumber house? Melon house, yeah. Okay, so I don't have a full harvest yet, but I've been waiting around for 3 Minecraft days, and while I was doing it, I built up some of the house around it. And I figured now's a good time to test the farm. So let's take a look and see how many melons we've got. Maybe a third, I think. But I had to remove the pressure plate because I kept stepping on it in harvesting just 1 or 2 melons at a time, and had to start the wait all over again. So here we go. First melon test. Look at all those melons. Whee! Okay. I think I got a whole stack out of just that set of melons. Let me take back the pressure plate so I don't set it off again. So once I step on the pressure plate, it goes up the vertical wiring, sends the signal down here, fires all the pistons, and all the pistons push the melons into the water stream, giving me a whole bunch of slices. So it works pretty cool. As you saw, there's a couple of stragglers behind. I think it's possible if I fire it twice or something, I don't know. But a couple of stragglers is not a big deal. It's something I don't have to worry about. It's not something I'm going to worry about. Let me say that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep on building. I'm going to build up the house, another couple of floors. I'm going to try and keep the building limit, and hopefully if I put in that kind of a roof on this building, or maybe even that kind of a roof on here, I can get another floor out of it. So I should have, I don't know, three or four more layers, maybe 4 or 5. I don't know. I will find out how many more layers I can get, and I will be back in a little while. Don't go anywhere. Okay, here I am on top of the roof of my melon farm. I decided to go for a roof kind of more like that one there. I don't know what that's called, and I don't know what that's called, but those are two different kinds of roofs that I have, not including the roof that I've got on top of the castle. So I went with that type of roof, and I'm about to put the finishing touches on top and add a bucket of water. The water is going to fall down like a waterfall, obviously, as well as hydrate all of the melon stalks or the farmland. Had a little trouble with the water earlier. It was separating or doing something really weird and was washing out my stalks. So I went ahead and put some signs in. Had to change the signs placement. I believe it was the signs causing the problems. So only have one side. Looks like it's almost fully grown. Got a little bit on the other side as well. So let's go ahead and head down and check out the finally what it looks like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump everything I've got in this chest here, and we'll see what kind of, oh, I do need one of those items. I need the pressure plate because I kept stepping on it, so I took it off until I was ready for it. Alright, I think everything is ready to go. I think I'm all done here, so let's go ahead and push the button and see what kind of yield we get. Wow. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 still left behind, and I got 2 whole stacks, and that wasn't even a full. Looks like some pistons didn't even fire either. Oh, and I'm still getting some more. So I'm gonna fix those pistons, and it'll be all set and ready to go. Archie was sitting out here, but some water came along, and I'm sure you guys know what happens to a dog who's sitting in water. So that's why he ended up on top of the roof. Yeah. So, oh, it looks like I need to put some windows in as well. So I'll finish this up later, but thanks for watching. This is One Wolf saying have a good day.